Today we will discuss about aortic regurgitation. Aortic regurgitation can occur in diseases affecting the aortic valve such as endocarditis and diseases affecting the aortic root such as Marfan syndrome. Now the pathophysiology. Aortic regurgitation is reflux of blood from the aorta through the aortic valve into the left ventricle during diastole. If net cardiac output is to be maintained, the total volume of blood pumped into the aorta must increase and consequently the left ventricular size must enlarge. Because of the aortic runoff during diastole, diastolic blood pressure falls and coronary perfusion is decreased. In addition, the larger left ventricular size is mechanically less efficient, so that the demand for oxygen is greater and cardiac ischemia develops. Now the causes and associations of aortic regurgitation. Acute aortic regurgitation. The causes are acute rheumatic fever, infective endocarditis, dissection of aorta, ruptured sinus of Valsalva aneurysm, failure of prosthetic valve. Now the chronic aortic regurgitation. The causes are rheumatic heart disease, syphilis, arthritis, that is reactive arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis, rheumatoid arthritis, hypertension severe, bicuspid aortic valve, aortic endocarditis, Marfan syndrome, osteogenesis imperfecta. Now the clinical features, the symptoms. In aortic regurgitation, significant symptoms occur late and do not develop until left ventricular failure occurs. As with mitral regurgitation, a common symptom is pounding of the heart because of the increased left ventricular size and its vigorous pulsation. Angina pectoris is a frequent complaint. Varying grades of dyspnea occur depending on the extent of left ventricular dilatation and dysfunction. Arrhythmia are relatively uncommon. Now the signs. The signs of aortic regurgitation are many and are due to the hyperdynamic circulation, reflux of blood into the left ventricle and the increased left ventricular size. The pulse is bounding or collapsing. The following signs, which are rare, also indicate a hyperdynamic circulation, that is Quincke's sign, capillary pulsation in the nail beds, De Musset sign, head nodding with each heartbeat, Burroughs sign, a to and fro murmur heard when the femoral artery is auscultated, with pressure applied distally. If found, it is a sign of severe aortic regurgitation. Pistol shoot femorals, a sharp bang heard on auscultation over the femoral arteries in time with each heartbeat. The apex beat is displaced laterally and downwards and is forceful in quality. On auscultation, there is a high-pitched early diastolic murmur best heard at the left sternal edge in the fourth intercostal space, with the patient leaning forwards and the breath held in expiration. Because of the volume overload, there is commonly an ejection systolic flow murmur. The regurgitant jet can impinge on the anterior mitral valve cusp, causing a mid-diastolic murmur, that is Austin Flint rumble. Now the investigations. Chest X-ray. The chest X-ray features are those of left ventricular enlargement and possibly of dilatation of the ascending aorta. The descending aortic wall may be calcified in syphilis, and the aortic valve calcified if valvular disease is responsible for the regurgitation. Electrocardiogram. The ECG appearances are those of left ventricular hypertrophy due to volume overload, tall R waves and deeply inverted T waves in the left-sided chest leads and deep S waves in the right-sided leads. Normally sinus rhythm is present. Echocardiogram. The echocardiogram demonstrates vigorous cardiac contraction and a dilated left ventricle. The aortic root may also be enlarged. Diastolic fluttering of the mitral leaflets or septum occurs in severe aortic regurgitation, producing the Austin Flint rumble. The severity of aortic regurgitation is assessed with a combination of colored Doppler and CW Doppler, diastolic flow reversal in the descending thoracic aorta, pressure half time. Transesophageal echocardiography may provide additional information about the valves and aortic root. This is the aortic regurgitation color Doppler. Cardiac catheterization. Cardiac catheterization is required to assess coronary artery disease in patients requiring surgery. During cardiac catheterization, injection of contrast medium into the aorta, aortography will outline aortic valvular abnormalities and allow assessment of the degree of regurgitation. Cardiac magnetic resonance or CMR and cardiac computed tomography. These techniques may be indicated for assessing the thoracic aorta in cases of aortic dilatation or dissection. CMR can be used to quantify regurgitant volume. Now the management. The underlying cause of aortic regurgitation, that example syphilitic aortitis or infective endocarditis, may require specific treatment. Patients with acute aortic regurgitation may need treatment with vasodilators and inotropes. ACE inhibitors are used in patients with left ventricular dysfunction, and beta blockers may slow aortic dilatation in Marfan's patients. Because symptoms do not develop until the myocardium fails, and because the myocardium does not recover fully after surgery, operative valve replacement may be performed before significant symptoms occur. Aortic surgery is indicated in acute severe aortic regurgitation, example endocarditis. Symptomatic patient dyspnea NYHA class 2 to 4, angina with chronic severe aortic regurgitation. In asymptomatic patients with an left ventricular ejection fraction of 50% or less than 50%. In asymptomatic patients with a left ventricular ejection fraction of more than 50% but with a dilated left ventricle and diastolic dimension more than 70 mm or systolic dimension more than 50 mm. In those undergoing CABG or surgery of the ascending aorta or other cardiac valve. Both mechanical prostheses and tissue valves are used. Tissue valves are preferred in the elderly and when anticoagulants must be avoided, but are contraindicated in children and young adults because of the rapid calcification and degeneration of the valves. Antibiotic prophylaxis against infective endocarditis is not recommended. Thank you.